Have you truly understood life? Look around at the friends beside us. Some walk with bent backs, some with hair turned white by time. And suddenly we realize we have truly grown old. More than half a century spent chasing life, carried by the tides of this changing world. Through storms beyond counting. As children, we knew hunger well. A few rough clothes, wild herbs, and coarse grains during the years of famine. Even suffering had to be remembered as a lesson. Then came the Cultural Revolution. Our home was seized. My father was forced to wear the shame hat, and eventually died in a labor camp far from home. My mother endured silently, raising 3 sons through tears and hardship. Later, I was sent to the countryside, as if it were fate itself. I once planted medicinal herbs on the mountain of Erxianyan. Then one spring, history changed direction. The college entrance exam returned. I entered university, and life carried me across the ocean to settle on the far side of the Pacific. Life felt like a small boat at sea, drifting with the waves, rising and falling, never fully certain where it was going. When the sea was calm, I thought success came from my own strength, and I became proud. When storms came, I blamed the world for being unfair, and I became discouraged. Until one day, the Holy Spirit touched my heart, and I finally returned to the name of the Lord. And God gently whispered to me, "This earthly tent is temporary. Your heavenly home is eternal." So now I understand. We must treasure every single day on earth. If you are still working, do your work well without endless complaint. If you are retired, care for your body and spirit and live for the Lord. Life only comes once. To still be alive is already a blessing. And to live is to glorify His name. If you live in Canada, do not complain about the cold. If you live in Washington, do not complain about lacking power. If you live in Africa, do not complain about the heat. If you work on Wall Street, do not complain about money. Whether in the countryside, surrounded by green trees, or in the city filled with lights and noise, this world is wide enough for all of us to grow old somewhere. Location is not the problem. The important thing is this: live joyfully and live for the Lord. Sing songs, tell stories, dance, take photographs, play chess, paint, write poetry, walk slowly, play ball, keep moving. To gather with friends and laugh over life. That itself is grace. Without Yuan Fen, without divine connection, how could we ever meet? Together we share our stories, and together we witness the faithfulness of God. Love God, love people, live out His grace. The time God gives us on earth is truly very short. So let us care for one another, understand one another, and make each other's hearts a little warmer. At this age, after surviving a global pandemic, to still be alive is a gift. And now, in this age of artificial intelligence and rapid change, we are still able to grow old in peace. May we never waste the grace God has given us. May we never disappoint the hopes of our parents. May we never become a burden to our children. Then perhaps we have finally learned how to live with peace and how to walk in the wisdom of God.
I see the silver in my hair. Time has left its answers there. Through the storms and restless seas, so many memories still breathe. As a child I knew hunger well, rough clothes and harder days to tell, wild herbs and grains upon the fire, yet somehow hope would still survive. Life felt like a drifting boat, carried by the waves afloat, until the Lord so softly said, "Now I finally understand. Grace was always holding my hand through the mountains and the pain. After every storm came rain. Now I finally tears and through the night, heaven waits beyond this life." My father disappeared in shame. My mother bore the weight of pain. All those years of silent cries, now I place before your eyes. Across the ocean life moved on, years like smoke and fading songs. I was proud and I complained, now I only seek your way. Real peace was never found in having all the answers now, but trusting God within the storm. Now I finally because you carried me. May I honor those before me. May I walk within your glory. And when evening fills my skies, may I still smile with peace inside. Now I finally understand. Life itself is heaven's gift. Love the Lord and love His people. Even simple days can shine. Now I finally